Hey guys, welcome back to another caving episode with Vaughn. I've made it back to my house with all of my stuff, and holy cow, look at all the stuff that I got. Let's put it all away, and I thought I would do that on camera because I thought you guys might like it. Usually I'm putting the horse armor in a different area, but for right now we're going to stick it in here. We got some more chainmail armor, which is pretty cool. 4 saddles from 1 chest, that's pretty insane. Good stuff, man. I actually do have a dungeon chest, so we're going to put the name tags in there. I've got 6 name tags. Another gold record. They obviously buffed that. We got another stack of that. Lots of coal. Let's stick the coal in here. I'm glad that I was still touching this stuff instead of fortuning it, because holy cow. That's a lot of coal. Redstone. We got not as much iron as I thought we did. Oh, this is not the chest that goes in. Ooh, squeaky chair. Iron goes in here. It's only got not even 2 stacks of iron. That's not as much. Redstone, lapis gold, good stuff. We got slime balls and mob drops, which I'll go over here. Pretty good haul, though. Pretty good haul. We're going to leave the dirt this time, and I'm going to take a bit of cobble. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get back to that cave that we were in. When I pillared up, we were like literally at the bottom of the ocean. Let's leave these sticks here. I don't really need all of this iron on me either. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys what goodies I had gathered. I'm thinking if I bring my ender chest, I could do it, but we only have, I think, a couple more questions left, so I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's get some cobble on our bar, and I'm gonna try to find that cave again, but like I said, I came up in the middle of the ocean, so there's no way that I can go back down the way that I came up, but I think if I go back down through the pumpkin farm, we may be able to backtrack or at least find a similar cave to get to. So I will bring you guys back once I get there. All right, I've made it back to the ravine, and I see some darkness over there. So let's aim for that. There's some iron in the wall there, but not too worried about that. But anyway, let's just get right into it. And the last question, well, the first question that we're going to start with for this episode comes from, well, this is not anywhere going from anything. Well, I will keep going. I will keep exploring and talk while I explore. It's fine. We can cave on the way. So the next question comes from, or the first question of this episode comes from, who is this? Avio asks 2 questions. What is your favorite animal, and are raccoons better than badgers? To be honest, I like cats a lot, but I really like horses. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's true. I really do like horses. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be like a horse farmer of all things. So I really like the whole horses in Minecraft as well. But yeah, that's probably my favorite animal. I do like cats a lot, though. Like I said, I have 4 cats last episode. So horses, cats, same sort of thing. I think that might have been where we were. Let's grab this iron, though. And then, do I think raccoons are better than badgers? I like badgers more, I think. Raccoons are kind of scavenger dicks, basically. So I don't know. I think raccoons are more of a nuisance, at least to me, than a badger. Is there anything below this? Yeah, we're good. So yeah, thanks for that. Quick questions, but that's good. I don't want to make, this is already episode 3, so I don't want it to be more than 3 episodes. So we're going to kind of speed through some of these other questions. Next one is from Drewson of the 43. What kind of car, other vehicle do you drive, and what would be your dream car to have if money wasn't an issue? I drive a 2007 Mustang convertible. It's yellow, because I like yellow, and it's an awesome car, sports car. It's expensive in terms of like gas. I don't know that I would buy a sports car again, but I really like it. I'm not like a really big car guy. People sometimes think I am because of the sports car. It's kind of a muscle car, but I am really not. So I don't know, like, if money wasn't an option, I would buy like a nice house more than like a nice car or something. So it's a good question. I'm just not the right guy to ask. I just don't have like a good answer for that, unfortunately. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I really don't want like like I've seen like really cool looking Porsches or Ferraris and stuff, but a lot of times I'm just thinking, like, that's just so much more trouble than it's worth, because then you feel like somebody's gonna steal it, or they're gonna try to, I don't know, valet it, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, good, we found a cave. Perfect. And an army of creepers coming at me. And a skeleton. Hey, make me a record. Not gonna happen. Oh, hello. How you doing? I should have restocked on arrows when I was back at my base. I don't know how many I'm down to. Although I've been killing a lot of skellies, so hopefully I've been recollecting arrows as I go. Anybody behind me? Nope. I hear slime. Alright, this room is secured. Lots of gold. Maybe not lots of gold, but some gold. Good. Good, 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 good. Alright, so, money wasn't an option. Yeah, I would probably just still have my regular car. I don't know. If money wasn't an option, like, I would still want to buy, like, the car and then sell it for the money. Which is dumb, but, yeah, I don't know. You know, I wouldn't mind, like, a vintage car. Like, a really cool-looking, like, old-style car. Like, maybe from, like, the 50s. I think those would look really cool. I see those at, like, car shows sometime, and I always think they look really neat. So maybe something like that. I don't have a particular brand or model in mind, though. Or, you know what I wouldn't mind? A DeLorean. You know, like, the 1983 or 1981 or whatever year it was, DeLoreans. Yeah, I'm a Back to the Future nerd. I think that would be cool. I actually was looking at buying one once. You can get them for relatively cheap, like $10,000, which is still a lot of money, but like it's not like it's $24,000 or something. But that would just be for the sheer novelty of it, and then I would want it to look like the Time Machine, and so that would require like money that I don't have, and I don't know. So yeah, let's just say a Time Machine DeLorean styled. Sounds good, right? Hey, buddy, what you doing over there? So, good question. And you in the slime and a creeper. How's everybody doing? Suck it. Suck it. Suck arrow. Next question is something that I am not looking at yet because I am caving. Ah, yeah! And of course I don't have my water bucket on my hotbar right now. Please don't die, Vaughn. Thank you for not dying, Vaughn. Past Vaughn appreciates future Vaughn. Or whatever. I'll go back and get all that stuff. I just want to light this up real quick. Okay, good. It's a dead end. Whew. Let's take a breather and let's look at the questions. Next up is Xanties, I think? Xanties? What happens if you travel to the past and kill your own grandpa? You cease to exist. I don't know. It's a theoretical question that you may not ever be able to answer because time travel is not possible. There's the paradox that you might erase yourself and therefore preventing yourself from ever being born. Or a lot of people say that if time travel is possible, we're already locked into it. So if time travel is possible and you travel back in time to kill your grandfather, somehow that has already happened and therefore your father was born already and therefore you would still get born and it wouldn't affect you. Or some other thing would happen so that the timelines would be preserved. That's kind of what I think is more likely to have happened. Like, somehow you would still get born anyway. But I don't know. That's what science fiction is for, and that's why we watch shows like Back to the Future or, you know, whatever shows exist. Quantum Leap is a good one for that sort of thing. Like how to fix and change things without fixing and changing things. But yeah, good question. Very good question. I love that kind of theoretical thoughts, and if I wasn't trying to rush the questions a little bit more, I might answer it a bit more in depth. Let's keep going this way, though. Next up is from Rexonite, and he asks a bunch of questions about serial killers and murder that I don't feel like answering right now because just not really into those questions. But then he asks some other ones. What would you do if the world decided to get rid of the internet and you were only informed 24 hours beforehand? Oh, man. I don't know. I would cry and post my information so that my friends on the internet could find other ways to contact me, I guess via snail mail or in real life. I don't know. Man, that would suck. I would join protests to revolt against that sort of censorship. I don't know. That's terrible. It's a terrible thought. Why would you think of such a thing like that? I would be very, very sad because not only do I use the internet for like things like Minecraft and Let's Playing and stuff, but it's like how I get all of my news information. It's how I get I watch most of my television shows. I mean, it would completely change my way of life. My internet was out for like 9 hours last night, and I was just like, what do I do? I wanted to record this caving session last night, in fact, and I couldn't because my internet was out, and I was like, I could edit it, but I couldn't record it. So yeah, that would really suck, and I would be very upset and sad, and just so it would change my way of life completely because yeah, my news sources, my real life friends via Facebook and stuff, my internet friends, it would just suck, basically. I would be very upset and sad and angry. Alright, and then he asks, theoretically, if you only earned $5,000 a year, how would your life change? Go into detail, and if you could, what hobby apart from YouTube and cosplaying would you follow? If I could. I mean, I can follow whatever dang hobbies I want. Nobody's stopping me. That's such a weird question because, like, if there was a hobby that I wanted to follow, I would follow it. Like, there's nothing stopping me from following a hobby. If I only earned $5,000 a year, I would go to less conventions, I guess. I would look a lot harder to find a better job, I guess. I don't know. I would cut back on a lot of, like, frivolous things. I wouldn't be able to, like, buy Steam sale games to give away to other people. I would have to rely on my parents for money again. Yeah, I don't know. It would suck, basically. And that's the end of that. I hear zombies, though, so we might go back and explore them. Hey, we got an iron bar. We got a lot of coal. The coal is definitely doing well. Let's make some more torches while we're in a safe spot. Oh, we got... This is perfect. We'll do these. I guess I got that from a mine shaft. Do that. Cool. I guess we could just do one log, and that'll give us... That sounds like he's getting really close. Are you coming? You are. Oh my god! With the log. Oh, and you brought a friend. Wow. Well... That was not as a safe spot to AFK for a second as I thought it was. But let's do this. And I think that was all of Rexonite's questions, other than the serial killer ones, which I skipped! Let me see. Yeah. Hobby-wise, I'm trying to think, like, maybe, like, more expensive hobbies, like photography, maybe, or... I'm sure that there's some sort of hobby that I haven't gotten into because it requires a lot of money to start up. Is that a spider spawner? Or I've already gotten this one. It looks like at some other point in my life. Okay, well, I don't want to waste my sword on that, but we will get this iron. Yeah, photography would be cool. More art stuff. Art supplies are really expensive, and I am an artist, and I do spend money on art supplies, but I could definitely spend more money on art supplies that I don't, because they're expensive. So, there's that. That's lava. That's a torch to go down there. It looks like I missed a lot of coal last time I was down here. This looks like a dark spot. Let's go this way. Alright, and we're done! Woohoo! So, next question from Matt, aka Slash. What existing feature of Minecraft would you most like to see changed or removed? I would like the lighting glitches fixed. And I would like to have some ocean creatures. I would like to have, in enchanting, I would like to be able to enchant shears to be, well, I would like to have diamond shears. And then I would like to be able to enchant them to have fortune, so that when you shear a sheep, you have a chance of getting, like, 6 pieces of wool or something. Just because I've had long days of shearing and breaking shears and not... Yeah. And hoes, I think, should also have similar properties. I mean, why have disenchanting stuff if you don't actually get to use it for much? What else does he ask? If you could only attend one con a year, which con would you pick? Probably this Doctor Who convention that I go to called Gallifrey 1. It's in Los Angeles. Maybe not, because I've gone to it enough times now that it's not really providing a whole lot of new content for me. Okay, that's gone now. But I do like that one, and I have a lot of friends that go to that one that I only see then. And it's also kind of local, so I wouldn't have to worry about a plane ticket, and I could theoretically even drive home every night, so I wouldn't have to worry about hotels. But I would also be really sad. Although there have been, you know, times when I've only done been able to afford one convention, or even fewer than that a year. Wow. Let's do that. So yeah, that's a good question though. And what is your favorite cartoon as a child? It depends on what you define as a child. You know, 4 years old, I liked different things than I liked at 10 years old. I was really into a show in the early 90s called Peter Pan and the Pirates. It aired on Fox TV station or whatever, and it was, you know, it was based on Peter Pan, but like based more on the books than like the Disney film. And I really liked it, and I've always kind of wanted it to come out on DVD or something. I think you may be able to find it now, at least in a way that you couldn't before. It might be on YouTube these days. And rewatching it as an adult, I would probably be like, oh, this is so terrible and bad, and what was I thinking? But as a kid, man, I loved that show. I don't know why either, but I just really liked it. I think it was, like, they have a lot of really cool depictions of being able to fly, like, through the clouds and stuff, and I really like that concept. So maybe that was what it was, being able to fly. I've always wanted to be able to fly. So we'll say it was Peter Pan and the Pirates. So, good question. Thank you very much for that selection of questions. Next up, Lol Dudester. Why are you such a dong? I don't know. Probably because people like you ask me stupid questions like that. Oh, burn, Lol Dudester. He's actually a guy on the server, so I don't know why he's being a poophead to me. Anyway, next question is from Hackenberga, who's also on the server. What is your favorite non-Minecraft subreddit? Probably like funny or something. I don't really use Reddit outside of Minecraft. Like sometimes I will go to like the political one or the atheist one or the funny one or whatever, just because somebody's linked me to some interesting post on it. But I don't really use Reddit like that. I use Imager more. I use that. It's like an image site that's related to Reddit, and I will browse that, and it kind of gives you a little selection of everything. And if you see something that's interesting, like here's a political thing that's happening in Egypt right now, then you can, and they'll be like, here's a picture of, ow, that was smart. Never dig directly above you guys. No matter how many times I know that, I still do it. Good job, Vaughn. But yeah, so I don't know. That's a good question though. I should probably use Reddit more, but I use freaking our Minecraft so much. Is there more that way? Ooh, something just went dark over here. That was weird. Let's keep progressing. We are getting kind of towards the end of the questions, so if we don't find more cave, that's okay as well. We've had a good run. Oh, there's some coal over there we can grab at least, and over here too. So next question is from the Best Ginger, who's also on the server. How many past servers have you been on? Who were significant members of those servers, and what were those servers called? Whew, okay. The first server I ever logged on to was the Minecraft public server, which lasted about 2 weeks, about a year ago, and I was on it for all 2 weeks, and it was what introduced me to servers, which got me interested in servers, and there's not a whole lot to say about it. I mean, the people on it were the Minecrackers, so I guess I could say I used to play on a server with the Minecrackers, but I never interacted with them on the server, and it shut down very quickly because of griefing and just stress and not being what Good wanted it to be. But it was what got me kind of going, hey, I am interested in this thing and would like to subscribe to your channel. And so after that, I was like, I want to play on a server. So there was a couple servers that I played on, like, stupidly, like, run by little kids, and I wouldn't count those. But eventually I made friends with some guys on Reddit who are also kids, but they were starting a server, and it was okay. We eventually named ourselves Hello Guys, which was based on Good saying hello guys, hello guys. And if you phonetically kind of do that, it sounds like hello guys. It was a phonetical funny spelling of that, and I think the only person whose name you might recognize from that server is Kirk Hendrick, who asked a question earlier, and of course does the Kirk Plays Music. He was on that server. After he was a subscriber of mine, and I kind of put in a word and got him on, so that was really cool. And he has since gone on and done cool things. But other than that, I don't think that there was anybody significant on it, and they decided to reset the map for some reason, thinking that it would get people playing on the server again, and it just basically killed the server. I don't even know if it's still running or if it's whitelisted, if I'm whitelisted anymore. But yeah, I joined the VintageBeef Fan Server after that, and that's pretty much been it. I haven't played on any other servers. Just haven't. I'm not opposed to joining other servers, but for now, this is pretty much my home. So, yeah, that's a good question, though. I guess the most significant... Oh, and the Aircon server. I'm stupid. The Aircon server is a server that got started with a bunch of people that I met and made friends with at Minecon 2012, including Kurt J. Mack. So he would be the only... I mean, there's some other cool people. Anariston is on that server. He's also on this server now. He, I think, did a caving episode with me. Ebby, Bizarre Jelly number 5, has become friends with Kurt. She designed his Earl of Sandwich. She's on that server. Page of Maces is another YouTuber that... Female YouTuber, that is Cole. Female YouTuber, so if you're looking for a female, she's in the UK. Kinross07 also does a lot of live streaming. You might have heard him. Most of these people also featured in one or another funny good story at some point from Minecon. So yeah, all of those people. I don't know if you know any of them, but they're all cool people, so you should check their channel. Hey! We found my, this is my strip mine. That's cool. Alright, so next up, Lab Tech asks a bunch of really stupid questions about what do I think about Lab Tech? Is Lab Tech awesome? How awesome was that fan art that Lab Tech made you? Ever thought of marrying a dolphin? What would you do if you had 1 eye, 10 eyes? What is your opinion on high-speed rail routes from Munich to Berlin, Germany? Can you tell I'm very tired? Yes, I can tell you're very tired, to the point where I don't really want to answer any of those questions because they're all kind of stupid. The dolphin one is kind of interesting. Would you ever thought of marrying? I've never thought of it until just now when you asked it, but dolphins are kind of smart, so I guess there is potential for that. I don't know. Weird questions. So, moving right along, we've got Daughter is also on the server. She joined recently, and she says, you mentioned tutoring Japanese in your previous Q&A video. How long did you study it, and why did you get into it in the first place? Also, have you ever been to Japan? Yes, I have been to Japan. I spent 7 weeks there on a language study abroad course. It was a lot of fun, although I learned more Japanese actually walking around Japan than I did actually in the classes. I studied it for about 5 years. I was pretty good at it when I went to Japan. I could at least conversationally hang out and talk with people. I'm still okay with it. Like I think most people when learning a foreign language, I understand it and can read it a lot better than I can speak it. So like, people will be like, oh, well, let's go for sushi and you can order in Japanese. I'm like, I could, but I get nervous and feel like an idiot versus hearing them talking it. I can understand it a lot better. Or like watching a show. And of course I got into it for the general weeaboo reasons. I was really into anime in high school. I still occasionally will watch an anime, but I'm not fanish about it the way that I was back in the day. I stayed in Nagoya when I was there. Well, I wasn't in Nagoya. I was about an hour out of Nagoya. But that's about 2 hours south of Tokyo and about 2 hours north of Kyoto. So it was kind of like central Japan. But I traveled a lot, saw a lot. I actually made a pen pal in Japan when I was in 4th grade. So when I was like, why am I doing this with a Silk Touch pick? When I was like 10 or something. And it turned out that when I was in Japan, my study abroad house was like literally 1 train station away from where she lived. So that was freaking awesome. I got to meet her, and we're on Facebook together now, and she has a kid, and it's crazy. Like I've known you for 20 years or something, and now we're adults. It's weird, but really cool too. And it was neat being able to talk to her in Japanese when I was there. It's usually the case that I'll meet, like, for instance, a German, will generally be able to speak English better than I can speak German. But in her case, I was able to speak Japanese better than she could speak English. So all of our conversations were actually in Japanese. So I guess that's something. Let's see. Let's get rid of this fence here. And yeah, like I got into it because of the anime thing, which is embarrassing, but at the same time, like I can't be too embarrassed by the fact that like anime made me learn a second language. You know how many Americans do not speak more than 1 language? And the fact that I speak even a little bit of fluency in Japanese, I'm proud of that fact, even if it did come about by watching a bunch of freaking Fushigi Yugi back in the 90s. Yeah, so, yeah, that's a great question. Thank you very much for asking that question. Very fun, and so, skoshi nihongo hanishimasu. And I know that you speak some Japanese, or have just come back from Japan, so we'll have to sit down and chat about that someday. And the final question is from Volratho, who is also on the server. I only have friends that are on the server, apparently. And he asks, who has been the biggest influence on your life, and what lessons did that person teach you? Lamely, it's going to be my parents, because I have pretty cool parents, and they've taught me a lot of cool stuff. They've taught me sometimes what not to do or what not to be. We don't always agree on political issues and religious issues and things like that, but I think that they gave me some really good core values and are good parents, so definitely them. This looks like another spider spawner that I've taken out. Might be the same one from a different direction. He also asks, how has your life been different than what you imagined? Oh man, I'm 31. I turn 32 next month. I really thought that I would be married, if not with kids, you know, at least married at this point in my life. So it's kind of weird that I'm not even dating anyone right now. Our culture is so obsessed with such things that I feel like kind of a loser for being single at this point in my life, even though I know that 31 is actually quite young and I shouldn't be worried about such things. But, you know, I definitely had a different outlook for my life when I was younger. So, although it could be much worse. I mean, I'm not unhappy. I'm just a little lonely at times, but not terribly so. So that's a good question. Is there any message that you want to say or give to your great-great-grandchildren when they listen to this? Oh, man. I don't expect to ever have kids. Like, that's just not something that I really want. Maybe if I ever got a partner who really, really wanted kids, I would do it. But it's not something that I am particularly looking to have myself. So I don't foresee actually having great-grandkids. But I do have a nephew. And so if his kids ever listen to this, I guess, I'm sorry that I was a derp. I hope that you are entertained by these videos. It was weird. 2013 was a weird time. I felt like we were making a lot of changes. Hopefully the world is in a better place than it is today, instead of a worse place. I love the idea that you might be still watching Minecraft in 100 years. It's a fun game. If you can find like an emulator that'll run it, it's worth giving a go. Is this a spider spawner? This is totally a spider spawner. Crap. I don't want it. Why do I find more of this cave when it finally ends? Man. That was the last question, you guys, but we gotta take out this spider spawner, right? And these zombies? Oh, man. Why do I have coal on my bar? Yeah, so kids from the distant past, this is how we entertained ourselves. If we weren't sports nuts, this is what we did. There's a zombie in there. Die! Where is the spawner? Is it this way or is it that way? I don't see it. I don't see it. Where is it? Is it further this way? Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. It's not active, though. That's really weird. There must be, like, a lot of server lag that saved my butt there. Hey, guy! I wish that the spiders... There's such annoying little things that I wish that there was, like, a chest that would guarantee you some sort of cool thing. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, we're done. I am done. I'm going to mark the coords of this place so I can come back for maybe another future caving session. But I am done. I am out. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. My name is Vaughn, and if you want to be able to participate in a future caving episode like this, ask a question, make sure that you follow me on Twitter, because I will always announce it, probably multiple times on Twitter, that I am doing a caving episode. And usually I will mention it in an episode or two before I do it, so you have a good chance of participating. But yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. Let's check out what we got. A stack and 2 iron, lots of coal, 2 lapis, 9 gold, 44 redstone. Not a bad haul. No dungeons this time, but not bad. So yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. Remember, I'm at PlayOnCon, so if you're interested in video and content from that, make sure you're following me on Twitter as well, because I will be posting about it on there, and I'm sure I will have a video after the fact, so come back when that's done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!